You yourself have a rich history in defense from an active service perspective, Ted. But I'm interested as to, therefore, what the active innovation play is. How do you invest into this moment?
It's kind of fragmented right now, but Palantir is obviously the purest play. And if you look at the latest conflicts on, coming out of Israel and Iran, and also Ukraine and Russia, these advanced technologies that are being used are giving both Israel and Ukraine a heads up as it relates to their adversaries. That's number one. Number two, just recently with NATO increasing their budgets up to 5% GDP, the defense spend, as well as the U.S. with the big, beautiful bill, is straight up. So you're going to see this pivot to Gen AI being embedded in all weapon systems. Right now, Gen AI is a national security discussion. If you look at Palantir, they're the first mover, and I think there's a few issues on the reason why it's up. They signed Israel, they signed the Ukraine, they signed NATO. Post-DOGE also, they're a solution to all the federal agency problems, also in
Right.
DoD expanding. So they're one of the purest production-ready Gen AI solutions where they can aggregate. I wish I had it when I flew.
Ted.
All this unbelievable intel data on a translation layer that you can see at real time.
But like the Mag 7 in many ways, it's a very concentrated defense tech play. I mean, we're up at a record high for Palantir. It's been an extraordinary up and to the right move for the stock. Where else, if you're looking for diversification, can you go?
You can go. Recently, we just had a report on AeroVironment, AVAV. They just bought a real stunning private company called Blue Halo, which it gets AeroVironment, away from their Switchblade devices on the drone side. But what Blue Halo gives them is an entry into cybersecurity, satellite, and high-energy weapons. That's another play. Unfortunately, from the private perspective, I know, Ed, you've talked about Anduril in other shows. Anduril is a private company that is almost a case study in how the U.S. military is re-architecting their defense budgets. These are high ROIC devices that really go against the traditional spend of billion-dollar programs that are under budget.
Right.
They're very effective, and they're really changing the rules of the game.
Ted, what you just said, traditional spend. When I look at companies like Palantir and how they do behave like traditional primes, big contract manufacturers to the government, because they basically say, I serve the US and its allies only. How does that help them?
It helps them. I think if you look at the traditional primes like Lockheed or Raytheon, for example, they're known for hardware. They're not known for Gen AI software. This is why Palantir is being brought in as kind of a pseudo prime in almost all these new next generation defense contracts. They're the software layer. The other aspect of this, when you look at the spend, you look at what drone technology, and I think in the future, when you really look at this on Anduril, I would not be surprised if you have stealth drones flying on each wing of an F-35. That changes the rules of the game. And when we talk about boots on the ground, I mean, you talked about Tesla earlier with Optimus. I think you're going to see machines on the ground in the next 5 to 10 years, and that's a paradigm shift from the defense budget standpoint.